So here we are, we're the front door panels of an E36 coupe. The sedans are going to be done identically. This is a later model. This is a 96 and up. This would be a 96, 97, 98, or 99 E36. We're going to show you guys how to get the door panels off, the mid-range and tweeter replacements. So the first thing we're going to want to do is get the door panels open and roll our windows down, make sure the windows are down. And we're going to go ahead and assess the condition of the door panel and how we're going to go about getting it off. These cars are notorious for BMW using bad glue on them. As you can see here, the door panel has come separate from the little trays in the door, the little pockets in the door, and also along the top here it's all loose. I mean, the whole door panel is basically falling off. This is very common, but you'll know your car a little bit better than we would because we're not looking at it. So the whole door panel is only held on by 3 screws. There's one behind the airbag plug in the later model cars. If you've got an earlier model car, this airbag plug won't be here. And then there are 2 back here, right up into the door handle. And then we're going to remove this little handle here. So very simple. We're going to take our BMW panel removal tool. We're going to pop off the airbag plug, place it aside where it won't get damaged. It's going to reveal a Torx T20 back here. They are most likely, if you've got an E36, your door panel's been off before. This video is also applicable for just door panel removal in general, or window regulator, all that good stuff. So get the screws out, place them aside so we don't lose them. Take our panel removal tool. We're going to get down here, pry these little guys out. These can be kind of a bear sometimes, especially if the car's never been apart. Get it pried off, and then you can use your finger to get it out the rest of the way. So we've got 2 of those back here. Get it out partially with the removal tool and partially with your fingers. Cool. Alright, again, it's going to reveal 2 more Torx T20 screws. Get these guys out of here. Sometimes they want to hang out in the door panel. You've got to snag a little magnet, get them out of the way. Oh, this one we've got hung up on the... There we go. Alright, they're free. Alright, the last thing we need to do, this is tricky. You can... Hopefully this one will come off easy. They don't always come off easily. This trim, there's just a front trim, there's a seam right along in here, is going to slide forward. I always try by taking my thumb and putting it inside there, and then pushing backwards. In this case, it did not work. This can be, it's very simple, but sometimes they're tighter than others. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the dead end of the panel removal tool, and we're going to push forward on the top. On the bottom, you can see it's moved ever so slightly here. And then once we get this thing out of here, I'll show you guys what we're actually working with. This one is super tight. Sometimes it, again, Alright, so you see these 4 little hooks. So we're basically just sliding these little hooks off of the little tabs that are attached to the door handle itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful with this because you're not going to break this, you're going to break your finger. So be careful with that, but once it's free, and you don't have to sweat it anymore. Now for the tricky part, which is getting this door panel off of here. And if your car's in good shape, it's all going to come in one piece. This one, as we've seen now, it's just hanging out. Everything has come completely loose here. So this is going to be a little bit different than usual, but ordinarily what we would want you to do is take your panel removal tool, and we're going to want you to get underneath the door panel here, behind this pocket, because we're going to want to pop the pocket free. You can see how the whole... Oh, this has got all kinds of surprises. So you see the little clips on the pocket here. Those are all around the outer perimeter of the door. So in a perfect world, your door panel is going to come off like that. Most likely, especially if your car is a car that's in the heat, in the south or out west or in the southwest, it's most likely going to be in this kind of condition. We're down in Atlanta, so this is what we can expect to see. So we're going to go ahead and keep prying. Again, you want to get behind these pockets. Boy, this one is... This one's in all kinds of good shape. All right, now here's the, once we get the bottom edge, I like to take my fingers and I work around the front edges. And whoop. Now the top, as you can see, the top, this used to be glue. This is actually part of the door panel. It should have come with it, but this is very common. You can actually see cracks all in this. Yours may look like this. This one's in pretty rough shape though. We're going to reattach all of these panels. We're going to show you how to do that. Ordinarily this would also pop off. So as you can see, don't let this scare you. The door panel comes off. You can see this is what's supposed to be. It's all supposed to stay glued on here, like this end and this end down here. This one's come loose a little bit, but this is all very common. Now all we're just going to do is unplug the tweeter, unplug the mid. We'll take this up to the counter and I'll show you guys how to reattach all these panels and things. While we're over here, might as well show you this. This is pretty, you want to be pretty careful. This one's actually already broken in half. So you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of attachment for this top rail. This one is rough. Take your fingers, pull it, try to keep it in as good of condition as you can. So this one's cracked. We're going to reattach it up there, no big deal. But this one you want to be careful with. All just depends on the day BMW made your car. So we'll take this up to the counter, we'll put everything back together. It's really not that bad. All in all, this usually takes me about 10 minutes start to finish to do the whole thing. So we'll join you guys on the bench for the conclusion of the install.